And we are live and loaded onto the Rift for our Week 8 match number 2, game number 3. The big game 3 between Kent State University, St. Edward University, the Hilltoppers, battling it out. Kent State needs this win to lock 3rd place. I've already explained too many times today, 3rd place is very important. St. Edward's Esports says, we're not going out without a fight. They took game 2, they're looking to take game 3. St. Edward's Esports returning to 4 of the same champions as last game because there were not bans addressed to champions from last game. Simple as that. They banned Annie out. So Geschicht is now on Victor instead of Annie. Other than that, it's the exact same lineup for St. Edward's Esports. We see a completely different draft for Kent State featuring a Draven pick on Star Punter 12. Kindred here for Rekt. That might be first time I've seen Rekt play Kindred. Moose Nader back on that Nautilus. Keep an eye out for the Hex flashes over the wall. This guy is busy making a highlight reel with that Hex flash. What are your predictions, Keck?
Well, based on how the second game went, St. Edward's pretty much has their exact same. Oh, and look at this. We have a late invade from the Nautilus here. They're here to look for Nudu here. Nudu's going to have to flash away. He has the late and the ignite and the flash from Draven here to get the first blood from himself. And where's this blue buff going to go to? It's going to go to Kindred. And that is huge for Kent State here.
Yeah, we see Kent State not pulling any punches, going with this level 1 late invade. Take notes when you draft Nautilus, guys. This is too free. He stuns everybody he touches. Draven will go ahead and collect his 1 adoration stack, if he even had one. I'm not really sure how that champion works. And cashes in first blood already.
And Kindred is not gonna is just relentless here.
Go straight to Nunu's red. I love it.
And right now, because they know that they want to make this play here for the invade on the red, Warren is just playing super aggressive, hard shoving, and forcing this invade. And now Nunu is going to have to start buffless.
This is a beautiful, beautiful start by Kent State to take advantage of the Nunu jungle, giving Kindred his blue buff. She goes straight to his red. Both solo laners push to move. Victor was ready to move and show, but Fled couldn't because of the orange push you were just talking about. So really nice coordinated game start from Kent State here. Gives Kindred a really nice lead.
This is a very different early game than what we saw from game 2 from Kent State.
I think it's safe to say they are not playing any more games.
Kind of looked like Kent State just turned their monitors off for game 3. But that was beautiful execution. That late game invade got a lot of intel over for Kent State. That late invade also set them very far behind. And Rex pretty much can just 4-buff the Nunu here.
Is it going to be 4? Wow, yeah, you're right.
I don't think Nunu has the balls to even think about going into Indra's jungle.
And it's funny you say that, because Nunu has huge balls. I'm serious.
That was an unintentional pun.
Does he not? Watch. Just watch. You guys don't believe me.
And that is a 1 level down Echo that outtrades a level 4 Victor. So you were asking me how this matchup went, and yeah, Victor's just not a champion.
Yeah, Rex seems to be on the same page. Yeah, Echo got a nice electrocute trade on Victor, but I don't think Echo's very strong really either. My point is that they're probably both just gonna farm and kind of. I think that's really good for Victor actually. Echo is weak early.
Yeah, I agree. Echo is just he's just the champion that really needs to get items to do damage.
Yeah, for sure. 2 items, Echo is really great. 3, he's starts to scale better than almost any other assassin. Can you think of an assassin that you'd rather have like 4 or 5 items than Echo? Genuinely.
LeBlanc?
Really? A good LeBlanc, yeah.
Yeah, good LeBlanc, yeah.
A good LeBlanc.
But if it were like, for my solo queue games, yeah, I mean, yeah, Echo and Dark Harvest.
Right, 'cause he has like an escape button if he messes up, which you know.
But if it were like, if I could have like a pro player on my team, like 5 items, any assassin. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
room for error is like really low.
That's fair.
When you have like a superstar assassin player on your team.
Fair enough. And Condorex already misplaying the orange matchup here. Wanna know how?
How?
He bought a ruby crystal and into Conqueror Fighter champs. Is it always Bramble first? You might play more tanks than I do. It's always Bramble first against me.
And look at this. Condorex is flashing onto the Nunu. He does not want this Nunu to enjoy the game. No. And here we go. Musinator looks for the hook onto Turtle as well. This aggression is just not going to stop.
Yeah, and I gotta say, Nunu probably is getting desperate for camps, right? I haven't done a great job tracking the jungle interaction, but for Nunu to die just to Ornn calling Echo to come over and clean it up means he probably greeted for that Gromp, and that tells me that the pressure Kindred put on him kind of forced him to go where he should.
And right here, Nunu is going to find Kindred stealing another one of his camps. And that's another good Nunu. This is just really unfortunate for Nunu. And this is just a collective team effort here.
Yeah, you said it. Collective team effort. No matter the side of the map Nunu goes on, he is met by multiple Kent State members who seem to be ahead of the jump. This time you're walking right into an Nautilus. Last time it was Ornn and Echo. Where can Nunu really go here?
Like a lot of people, like a common analysis that a lot of people might say when they see the results of this game is just scream jungle gap. But you have to sit. One really needs to realize that there is a lot of team coordination going into this game. And here we go, Echo versus Victor.
Wait a second. He holds the ult. It looked to me like he was gonna have to maybe ult on top of Victor the way that Shadow was playing out, but he's just gonna walk away there. And as we see, that's kind of an even matchup here.
And here we go. We know Victor doesn't have flash, and so here we go. 3-man gank in the mid lane again to punish that champion.
Musinator on this Nautilus is just hard 1v9ing this game.
Right,
like,
his constant roams, looking to just CC everybody.
It's like he's gotten 3 to 4 hooks. I know he only has 3 assists, but it feels like more. He has a large part to do with just locking Nunu down for the first blood. The kill on Crab, he landed a hook there. And not to mention that mid lane dive on the Victor.
Oh, their team has no idea that Nunu is in their blue side jungle.
Yeah, Nunu is behind enemy lines farming. He's like, alright guys, I'm 0-3. If I die, whatever. I have to farm to get levels to even be in the game. And so he's behind the Nunu taking her blue while she takes Gromp. Pretty funny. Or behind the Kindred, sorry.
And now Kindred's gonna secure the Rift Herald.
He's like,
And here's Nunu finding Kindred. Kindred's
what?
like,
Don't
oh,
go that way. You gotta get out of there.
Kindred's like, oh, you just took my blue buff. Let me just take that back from you. Oh, and nope. Looks like Condrix wants a blue buff. Condrix is like, yo, you should be sharing some of those kills.
Give it. That might even be worth for the Nunu, getting 2 camps before you die, because I think at this point you gotta just be farming camps, so I really don't blame Pop Attack at all there.
Oh, and here we go, Kenny's looking for aggression onto Geschick here again on the mid lane. So yeah, as you can see here, even though Kenny does have that kill participation advantage over Geschick here, he's actually under leveled because of the ganks that he's been getting in that mid lane. He's been splitting EXP with Rex, with Musinator. They've been coming to his lane frequently. Oh, and looks like Draven's gonna get caught under the tower. Cosmic Binding binds him under the tower, and he chooses to auto the Varus as well. He just gets turret aggro and he just dies.
The Varus is OP, Keck. It's OP. It's new meta. It's actually working though. The Varus Lux is looking pretty good. It looked a bit shaky game 2.
Oh, and the flash proof Geschick to dodge the extra damage coming up from Echo's Q return, but...
And Echo really lacks that kill threat early. But what he can do is get a nice farm lead with his Q's push, right? He can always be pushing, and if you're going to give him electrocute trades, then he'll chip you out of lane. And look at this nice push. We're going to go ahead and does Kindred even have... No, she doesn't have him. But yeah, as I said that, she was channeling it. I looked, she had a scanner.
And this is going to be first tower going over for Kent State.
410 gold just went in the Rex pocket right there. And you know the tower gold is actually split with Kenny too.
And Kenny is going to flash away from Callistus' ultimate. And here he is. Lucinator looks for the Q dredge line into Callistus. He's going to get stunned up. Draven ultimate comes through as well. Kindred ultimate used preemptively to keep Lucinator alive. Kenny goes back in looking for some damage, but he's going to back off here. And the rest of St. Edwards is going to back up as well. They're going back onto the dragon here. Kent State is.
I like the play call here, sending the Kled up mid. I think if you land your chain, that probably would look a bit different. And I used to play a lot of Kled, and when you miss chain, it really hurts because it's kind of, you need that on your, you need to land every chain on your champ to really get your rotations off and be effective. So once that misses,
we have a pause coming in.
We have a pause, and now this game looks completely unlike Game 2. For Kent State University, they just turned the heat up, and I kind of gotta. Do you give Sir Poppincock props for getting 50 CS at this point? Like, the story of the game so far has been the denial of Nunu to his own jungle, right? And we saw it started with the late invade, then it happened top side, then it happened bot side. This guy can't get any of his camps. He has 50 CS. What do you do as Nunu to get back into this game? I think you just spam gank, right? Hear me out. You can't farm your camps, so just perma-gank over and over again. Like, don't even farm.
Well, at some point, he still needed to get some camps just to get early levels, to get his abilities.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was saying that, like, it's worth dying for camps if you go get their wolves and their blue and then you die, but you're already 0-3. That's probably fine to get your camps, but I think maybe at this stage of the game, you should just be perma-ganking maybe your Varus lane. Varus we see off with an early kill. Kled also has a farm lead on the Ornn. Ornn went Sunfire, no Bramble, no Tabbies yet. He's gankable too. Right. So I think if you're Nunu, just probably gank lanes over and over again and forget about your camps. But we are back. We are live. Let's see what he does. He's topside, going for a recall. And yeah, eyes on Nunu when he leaves base here. I think it's time to start looking to impact the map. Kent State on almost a full reset here. And I think we're missing objective timers. Because, okay, 4 minutes till Drake. 2.5 on Herald. So a bit of a lull state in the game, possibly. With no real obvious neutral to go after. That bot scuttle's coming up, and both junglers might want to take a look at that. Both junglers are on bot's side, but a reset.
Some wet noodle fight going on in the top lane. And by wet noodle fight, I mean an assassin mage tank jig versus a fighter.
The assassin one-shot mage tank. Uh-oh, turtle.
Oh, and Rek looks like he's going to find himself walking into 2 people at once. Not that he's scared or anything. Callistus is looking to try to do a death push on him. He's going to force Skarl off right away. Kled is going to have to say goodbye to his trusty steed and fight a 1v1. Exhaust coming through. And that's a solo kill from Condorix onto Callistus here. Great exhaust, great use of the Summoner Spellbook.
Wow. That was, like, the exhaust, first of all, is so random to have. It's because he's Spellbook, obviously. And he missed his chain, so Callistus maybe don't take that after you miss your chain, but really well played by Condorix, the support main, to absolutely style on the Ornn, but wait a second.
And here we go, there's a dive in the bot lane. And Draven, unfortunately, is going to be soloed by the Lux.
Wait, if we could see that again, why did Turtle flash there?
Not quite sure. Would have to. Is there an instant replay?
He like flashes to like auto the cannon or something. Oh, he wanted to flash ahead of the Echo stun, but he accidentally autos, and which gets him stuck in the Echo stun. Okay.
So there's another fight here. Kenny's going to use his dash to go back in to get the secure kill onto the turret. But here comes Kindred. Kindred's going to dash to dodge the Lux binding, gets the E onto the Lux, and she's going to take down Lux.
Yeah, and it's a full-on assault in the bot lane there with a really nice dive. We saw Echo with that parallel convergence, is that what it's called? Once that lands on Varus, after Varus flashes, he's dead, and they go ahead and continue that play until they get turret, which means even more bodies drop. Lux goes down as well. The map has opened up a bit. We see Callistus getting some chip damage in return, but Kent State off to a great start. It looks like they are done playing games to me. And yeah, Condrax is doing the Ornn thing, right? And he just happens to be 2-0-2. Like, he's playing it really well, but even if he was 0-2 and 0, he'd still be just fine because of the value Ornn gives you for free. Like you said, getting ahead, and that's great. Now you're just a one-shot mage, tank, assassin, bruiser.
Oh, did you mention that you can also one-shot 80 carries? Oh wait, sorry, I forgot everyone can do that. Oh, and Callistus actually cancels his recall there.
And it's a Herald start. Victor no TP and he's recalling, so only 4 members on the map for St. Edwards. Gotta get free Herald.
It looks like every objective on the map is just going to go over to Kent State. Second Herald of the game is going to go over to Kent State. Kindred's going to pick it up. Probably going to use it to burst on another tower. And the next dragon actually spawns in 30 seconds here. Infernal Dragon.
Yeah, and this tower is actually takeable without Herald. I think Echo will actually kill tower before Herald even goes there, so I'm not... Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was less healthy, but... I could still make the point that they could have easily taken that without Herald, but... Now that I know it saves them a bit of time.
Not to mention that dropping the Herald means instant prio in the lane. Sure. Someone has to answer it, meaning they get to have priority up to this dragon.
Definitely, that's a great
setting
point. Yeah, and proper setup as we see jungle support duos, junglers and supports at home find each other in your games.
Oh, and Callistus is looking for an all-in onto Kenny's Echo. He's going to find the stone with the parallel convergence. He's going to force Scar off of Callistus here. Kenny's going to have to use Chrono Break preemptively to get some HP and some damage onto Callistus. Callistus is looking for some additional damage here, but there's no passes from Kenny, so Kenny's looking to buy some time. He needs his damage to do some extra... He needs some time to do... He needs the passive to do damage to finish off Callistus here. Gets the parallel convergence down to get his shield, but he's unable to find Callistus. And he's able to get the kill. Rampage for Kenny.
So this time Kenny played it patiently. He didn't outgo game it up, and when he's in that position, he just called the teammate and kind of hung out, and eventually that's the right play.
But I mean, it wasn't Kenny that messed it up. It's shit.
Oh, it was? I'm sorry. I'm glad you called that out then. As Condrax is just one-shotting people
AP Mage Tank Assassin.
Condrax went from like the Volibear that we're gonna pick on to an Ornn that's one-shotting everybody he sees in the matter of one champion change. And this is LSS. This is Ornn.
Horn.
But no, seriously, Ornn rising in priority in pro play, and we're gonna see it in amateur games and collegiate games all over the place for all the reasons we've listed.
And here we go. Kenny's looking for the 1v1 with Callistus again.
And another thing I saw Callistus do is he flash Q'd when he was mini-nar again, and you need to flash auto Q. And I don't know if the auto would have gotten them the remount, but it looked pretty close. The remount ticks down when you're not in combat, and I think he maybe could have gotten the remount. So if you flash auto Q, it'll build your rage, you maybe get a remount and chase that Echo. So really gotta take a look, slow down your plays, watch your replays back, and see, could I fit an auto in this frame? Is there an animation I could be canceling here? Did I cancel an auto there? All of these small things you really need to work out into your micro mechanics in order to compete with players who are at the top.
I totally agree here. And here we are looking like they're gonna steal like already a threat buff of the game.
Oh, that was just a sad time to be a Nunu.
I think he smited earlier.
He did.
Most unfortunate. And yeah, like this is pretty much the story of the game. Nunu didn't get to play the game.
Right. And it's scary to see from Kent State. For teams moving forward, you gotta watch out your level 1s. The late invade is so potent because a lot of teams kind of relax at the 130 mark, right?
Right.
And you start hitting your buff, and you think everything is all good, and you were just in a 5 point for a minute and 10 seconds, and you didn't see anything. You're like, okay, time to hit the buff, and then wait. Lucinator is here with a hook, and that's all it took to
You
get
see the
Kent
Titan
State.
of the depths just running at you.
Right.
At Mach 10. Throwing an anchor. Size of a building. Looks like it's just going to be a slow and controlled game from this point on. Kent State just waiting for the main objectives to spawn, looking like they want to do a 20-minute Baron right here, right now.
I respect this 20-minute Baron. It's to accelerate the game because, and I think it's you don't really need Baron to win this game, but wait.
Oh, and here we have again, support Nautilus is going to run the AD carry. And Kenny with the Chrono Break looking to do some damage here. And Musinator's taking a lot of damage from Callistus here, but Callistus is going to have to run away. Can't go in too deep. Kindra's going to preemptively use their ultimate to keep their team alive.
Yeah, Kent State doing a great job accelerating the game. What I was going to say is you don't need Baron at 20 to win this game, but they go ahead and take it anyway. And Musinator and Kenny are able to 2v5 long enough to, you know, let their team take the Baron. And then St. Edwards know they can't go into the river whatsoever. So they have to peel off. They give up Baron, and here comes Ocean Soul. It's up in 10, and I think Kent State are going to just go through the motions here and close out, barring any crazy mistakes.
Looks like Kindred is going to find Callistus here. But unlike last game, Callistus is not bad, so Kindred's not too scared. Nuna's going to pop the ultimate, Absolute Zero. But unlike last game, he's not bad. He does no damage. And Draven looks like he was trying to do an 80 carry flank. And unfortunately, he just dies.
Yeah.
Didn't quite see what happened.
Yeah, I didn't either. Good job on Proto and Barker to pick up Draven there, but in the defense of Callistus, I think when she tags you there with her E, I think she can just kill you outright. She has Warrior Cleaver. So he was low-key forced to turn, and at which point he was dead. And they also brought the TP in right behind him to make sure that he goes down, and that gets them Drake. Now they go ahead and use their Baron, right, for the remaining duration, get as much gold in their pockets as they can, so that they can recall, do one final buy before it's time to either close the game or pressure in hopes of getting a soul.
Right. It looks like Penny is looking for a dive, and he's going to be stunned under the tower. He was not watching the Victor W. And here we go, Nunu looking to try to make a play again, and the Orin ult is going to whiff.
Yeah, and a really decisive flash R from Turtle kills Kenny on Echo for the first time, so big shutdown going in his pocket. He will complete Rage Play. That is not trivial, but it's probably not enough. And then we do see cross map play from Kent State, getting aggressive on the top side, taking out Sir Pop Attack for the 6th time. Feels bad.
Poor Sir Pop.
And now you've just taken a bunch of turrets. I'm sure there's a lot of gold in the pockets of these Kent State members. They can look to reset, and you know, there's no neutral up for 3 minutes, so it's 3 minutes of pressuring, pushing lanes, warding, killing wards, and trying to catch somebody who thinks that they can walk in their own jungle.
And right now, like I said, I think Kent State is just playing the slow game, playing the slow pace. They're just playing the choke out and playing the objective game. 3 minutes, the Ocean Dragon is spawned. They're in no rush to end the game because remember, they have the Ornn. They're the ones with the ticking time bomb on their team.
You see Draven with a super Ghost Blade.
Oh, wait, what?
What's that called, Tech? Top quiz.
Wraith. The Yomu's Wraith Blade.
Wow. You're insane.
I know I play Ornn a couple of times.
You're like, I play Ornn.
I don't take pride in playing Ornn, but I play Ornn. But I kind of would have. I don't know if this Draven is actually committing to stay with a full lethality build. Maybe he is. But maybe he could have waited for an Infinity Edge if he was going for that, because I think the Molten Edge is actually a huge AD increase as well in terms of bonus gold efficiency.
I think he's sticking lethality. I think
It might just be that. I think that's probably the move.
What's the one you duel with? Vampiric Scepter one?
Oh, that's Sanguine Blade.
Sanguine. What if that's what he goes for?
That's probably what he is. He does have the lethality item, but the thing is, I'm not a big fan of that build, because Draven really shouldn't be super efficient. Right, so Echo's going to have to be forced to preemptively use his Chrono Break. He's going to try to run away from Nunu here, but Nunu's phase rush is just too fast. Nunu forces the absolute zero here, does a lot of damage to Ornn, but Ornn, as tanky as he looks, he can't tank 4 people at once, and looks like Draven is going to 1v1 the top laner.
Yeah, we saw the Bork Rage Blade on Varus. First of all, when Echo ults and still gets hit by Snowball, now the focus is Echo. Nunu knows once he goes back in, okay, we can kill this Echo after stopwatch. Absolute Zero comes in. And now watch the Varus Bork Rage Blade take this Ornn down. It's really actually quick work for that champion, and we see the on-hit Varus can be useful.
Right.
So, and he might be going a Hurricane next, and that would be really good into the Nautilus Ornn duo. And is this going to be a Turtle hard carry?
Can Turtle 1v9?
It's got to be up to him, right? His team is, I mean, other than bot lane, they are 0-12. Turtle and Dark Academy are holding it down into this Draven. They're making the Draven not look super OP, and it is Sanguine Blade, by the way. It'll be a fun build to watch him go find duels with, but...
Yeah, so Draven also has Halo Blade, so he'll be throwing his axes extremely fast. The point of this build is just to, like, duo 3 of your axes extremely quickly. And it looks like their team is actually going to go for the Baron Rush, even though they are the ones not going to be spotted. They are on top of the Rift Skull's Shrine.
I like this because Drake's coming up, right?
And this is a lethality Draven. That ultimate hurts. Oh, and Planet is going to go straight onto Draven, but he has to remember that Draven is lethality. He does a lot of damage. But in the side here, Planet Kindred is on their own. They're going to have to pop the ult preemptively, but Draven just runs down Lux. Does so much damage. Triple kill going over to Lux. And Echo is going to find a pick onto the Nunu here. Turtle's running for his life. And that is 4 kills for nothing. That Baron call was just very ambitious. County is looking for the pick himself. That E proc with the Lich Bane does so much damage. Instant 3 proc passive, and that Turtle is just dead.
Starpowner completes his Sanguine and says, boys, I'm online. Let's go get it. And let's just watch the Draven here pop off of these actions. Enter the fight here. Instant double kill, and oh my god, Lux was 2 autos. My goodness. By the time I found him in the fight, he had a double, and he just 2-tapped the Lux. Holy moly.
Yeah,
so,
if you look at their team right now, no one has any armor except for Nunu.
It's a man immune fully stacked.
Lethality Draven against a team with no armor except for Nunu. That's just, that's ass gonna get blown up.
For sure. And now it's gonna stay on him. I like the Baron call from St. Ed's, and it looked scuffed, and it was, but they're looking at a 1 to 0% chance of winning once they get Ocean Soul. And their only shot in hell was starting Baron, and something crazy happened. And Varus was able to actually chase down Kindred and kill. It just didn't shake out in the favor, but their percentage odds of winning were dropping quickly from 5% to 4 to 3, and once that was slowing down,
It was a do or die moment at that.
exactly.
And so they took it. So
Yeah.
props to them for trying.
Yep. And now we see KSU checking their boxes, getting their waves pushed up, total control of jungle, and it's just a wave clear game. Ooh.
Looks like Kindred seen or looks like they got ulted by the turtle here. A little bit too far up on their own.
Yeah, so the waves are not parallel. This is what's wrong with the Kindred play. You need to be bringing your waves up at the same time. She had a couple teammates in the red quadrant pretty far away, a couple teammates bringing up mid, and nobody bringing up bot wave, so you're just too far ahead of your team.
And that echo damage, that Lich Brain proc just did so much damage to Varus.
Yeah, Echo at 3 items is definitely online, not to mention a super wizard hat.
Reverdon's Death Crown.
Death Crown?
Death Crown.
How much AP?
Oh, I don't know. 160?
Plus percent bonuses.
Let's find out. 175.
Plus 40%, which was 200. So that item is giving him 300.
Let's find out. How much AP does he have? He got 207 bonus AP.
Plus 175 is 384 or something.
Oh my god! Yeah, that's a fat echo. But you can't ult when you're CC'd, so unfortunately for him, he was chain CC'd in this one.
1 for 1 is good for SEU.
And here we go, Kled is looking for the engage. He burns his ultimate, goes in. Nautilus is in the middle fight, pops the stone, but tries to surprise. But the Draven ultimate does so much damage. Lethality ult is going to chunk the looks, but he gets blown up by the Victor. Victor's in the backline, but he's going to get picked off by the Kindred himself. And St. Edwards looks for some kills. They find 2 on the side of Kent, but it doesn't matter. The carries from St. Edward are all picked off, and it looks like Kent State are looking to end this game, end this series.
Yeah, too many minions, and we saw St. Edwards put up a decent fight, and they just ran out of options. Look at these minions. Even if you ace Kent State right now, the base is falling. Kent State is winning. The Nexus falls. Kent State locks in 3rd place. That's huge for them. Really well played, well executed. They said, cut the BS for games 3. We're going to late invade